Hi, my name is Olga Sirbu. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst and licensed behavior analyst. And in this video, I'll talk about the speeding behavior in children with autism. But before we start, as always, I would like to encourage you to put a like on this video and hit the subscribe button below so you can benefit from weekly information on the subject of autism. Spitting in therapy is defined as any attempt or successful act of saliva leaving in the mouth of an individual without the instruction to do so. An example of spitting is John is asked to walk to the cafeteria and he starts spitting. A non-example of such behavior is when the food got stuck in John's throat and he is trying to spit it out. Spitting can occur among typical and neurodivergent individuals. This behavior, like any other behavior, serves a purpose and has an underlying function. So, what can we do to prevent a child from spitting? First thing, consult with a pediatrician and with a dentist. Make sure that there is no medical factor causing the behavior. In my practice, I had cases when a child engaged in spitting because they start teething, and one of them had a loose tooth. Second, after eliminating the medical aspect, observe the child and collect information about the spitting behavior, when it occurs, what is happening before and after the behavior. The collection of the information will help you identify the cause or the function of the behavior. Based on the function, you will decide on the reactive strategies that will help you decrease this behavior. I will not describe each function and antecedent consequence strategies for the spitting behavior, but I will give you some general information that may help with managing this behavior. First suggestion, use the visual support such as visual schedule and first and board to take away the element of unpredictability and prepare the child for what is coming. Second, use a timer to help the child understand how long they need to be in a certain location or doing a certain activity. Third, eliminate the triggers of the behavior. If the child spits when they are in a crowded environment or when they are asked to complete a difficult task, teach the child to request break, verbal, through pictures, sign language, or AC device. Any of those methods are acceptable. Fourth, if the child does it in the presence of the adult and searches for the adult's eye contact, then teach the child how to functionally gain an adult's attention from tapping shoulder, leg, picture exchange, AC device, or verbally. If a child engages in the behavior in the presence or the absence of the adult, if the child engages in the behavior even when alone, then you may teach the child to use chewies or offer different sensory items that can satisfy the need of sensory stimulation. I had a child that would engage in spitting behavior anytime that he would not have anything in his hands. So we had to make sure to provide the child with scarves, tubies, slinkies, any sensory item. If the child engages in the behavior because they want to get a toy or an item, then teach the child to request for the items. Here, once again, you can use picture exchange, choice boards, AC devices, or sign language. In my practice, I had a kid that loved bubbles. And I noticed that When I would stop the play with the bubbles, the child would engage in spitting up on top of his head and watch those drops fall. This form of spitting automatically associated in my mind with the after effect of popped bubbles. So I had to teach the child to request bubbles and receive an after effect of bubble pop from an appropriate item and not from his saliva. We can't ignore the fact that sometimes the kids have the need of spitting because they feel that extra saliva in their mouth. In this case, you will teach the child what areas or items are appropriate for this behavior. Here, you may guide the child to the bathroom and teach the child to spit in the toilet or search for a tissue and spit in the tissue. I had the luck to observe this spitting behavior emerged in my child as well. And I want to mention this because it was a new perspective that I never counted for. It turned out that my child was imitating the spitting behavior that he previously observed at one of the adults. The strategies that I used with this learned behavior and that helped with my child spitting were social stories. I had made small stories that would explain when is appropriate to use spitting and when not. I had social stories that talked about the danger of using the spitting behavior. I had one-on-one talks with no visuals and no stories where I explained why we can't spit. The last suggestion that I would like to offer in decreasing the spitting behavior and that can be applied to any behavior is delivering the positive reinforcement to those positive behaviors. Praise the child, offer hugs, kisses, preferred activities and toys for positive behavior, while ignoring the unwanted one. This way, you will see that the child engages more often in socially acceptable behavior than in the negative one. This is all I had for you today, and I hope my personal practice and experiences will be useful when managing spitting behavior in children. Please don't forget to leave your comments and thoughts below this video. I'll be happy to hear from you. Thank you and see you in the next video.